These chimps desperately need your help. Tell your Congress member and senator we don't want our tax dollars used to torture these highly sensitive, highly intelligent cousins of mankind.
Everything we know about chimpanzees now, it's a lot like looking in the mirror. Chimpanzees are sensitive, intelligent individuals, and it's morally wrong to inflict pain and suffering on a sentient being.
A major victory for animal rights supporters wanting to end invasive research on chimpanzees. A U.S. Senate committee has just passed the Great Ape Protection Act. It now goes to the full Senate for a vote. We've got to get this passed. There are about 1,000 chimps still held in research and testing labs in the United States. Now, the 500 government-owned chimps would be retired to a sanctuary. Besides being the humane thing to do, this move could save us taxpayers about $300 million over the next decade. It's so disturbing that such magnificent creatures are still being held in small cages and used as unwilling research subjects, especially since medical experts say it's not needed. Last year, the prestigious Institute of Medicine concluded biomedical research on chimps is unnecessary. Most countries have halted testing on these close cousins of humans. Chimps and humans share about 98% of their DNA. Straight out to Kathy Guillermo, the Vice President of Laboratory Investigations for PETA, People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals. Kathy, tell us why the Great Ape Protection Act is so important, why you want Americans to call and email their senators and Congress members and urge them to vote for the Great Ape Protection Act.
It's crucial for Americans to act right now, Jane, because hundreds of these chimpanzees have been imprisoned, many of them for decades, in tiny cages that are no bigger than a phone booth. And they have lived year after year with hardly any space to move, not able to enjoy the companionship of others of their own kind. For the first time now, we're looking at the possibility that more than 500 of the chimpanzees owned by the government can go to real sanctuaries, can live with other chimpanzees, have space to move, they can go indoors or outdoors, they can have a varied diet. This is the least we can do for animals who've been caged and poked and anesthetized with a dart gun, pieces of their liver cut out, infected with disease, and denied everything that's important to them.
About 1,000 chimps are being held in U.S. research and testing labs right now as we speak. Scientists found that chimps are ineffective as models for human disease. Again, the Institute of Medicine concluded that biomedical research is no longer necessary on chimps. The Humane Society says life for laboratory chimps is miserable, that they suffer from depression, increased aggression, self-mutilation. The Jane Goodall Institute, founded by, of course, Jane Goodall, such a famous expert on apes, she is calling for the passage of the Great Ape Protection Act and the end to this torturous research on chimps. So on the other side of the break, we're going to tell you about a chimp by the name of Wenka who has lived her entire life, more than 57 years, without ever seeing the light of day outside a research facility. The Great Ape Protection Act, it's a crucial time right now. We've got to get this passed. Some chimps have spent their entire lives in research facilities. You're looking at one of several websites, including freewenka.com. A whole protest movement is devoted to this one chimp, Wenka, who is reportedly the oldest living lab chimpanzee, over 57 years old. Critics say she's being kept at the Yerkes Primate Research Center at Emory University in Atlanta. There's been numerous demos. We reached out to Emory University, did not hear back. 10 seconds, Kathy. Why do we need to free Wenka?
Because Wenka is an individual, like every one of the other chimpanzees in laboratories right now, and deserves to be treated with respect and dignity for the rest of her life.
The Great Ape Protection Act. Pass it.